Hi, my name's Fraser and today we're going to be looking at the fourth industrial revolution and what effect this may have on the workplace. So to begin with, let's have a brief history of the previous industrial revolutions. In the 1700s, most of the world's population was focused on livestock and agriculture. With the invention of mechanisation and James Watt's steam engine, workhouses and mills were opened. The steam engine was further developed for transportation, providing the introduction of steam-powered boats and trains. This revolutionised transportation for people and goods across the globe. The second industrial revolution began in 1870, driven by the creation of the Bessenger Steel Manufacturing Unit. This allowed businesses to grow towards mass production through the implementation of the assembly line, as they could now obtain the steel required for production of automobiles. In addition to this, the development of electrical energy led to possibly the greatest change to the world as we know it. Industrial electronics and further developments of servers have led to astronomical changes in the manufacturing lines. Computer-aided manufacturing means that items are now produced quicker than ever before. Further development of the internet has connected people across the globe. Google Maps puts A to Z atlas on your mobile, whilst booming construction has allowed metropolises to form that function 24 hours a day. So now we've had a look at the previous industrial revolutions, let's see what the fourth industrial revolution has to offer. The fourth industrial revolution is about becoming connected. Social media is bringing us close together, whether we like it or not. Absolutely everything is becoming connected. Think Amazon Alexa, but on an industrial scale. Behind all this is the software and algorithms that allow devices to think and act accordingly, providing human-like responses. This is changing how businesses and people operate, as computers can now think for themselves. Pairing this artificial intelligence with technology such as 3D printing means that in the fourth industrial revolution, computers will be able to plan and manufacture products without any human interaction. With this fusion of technology and the Internet of Things taking over, who knows what effects that will have on employment. This fourth industrial revolution is, however, fundamentally different. It is characterised by a range of new technologies that are fusing the physical, digital and biological worlds, impacting all disciplines, economies and industries, and even challenging the idea of what it means to be human. The resulting shifts and disruption mean that we live in a time of great promise and great peril. The world has the potential to connect billions more people to digital networks, dramatically improving the efficiency of organisations and even manage assets in ways that we can help regenerate the natural environment, potentially undoing the damage of previous industrial revolutions. So, over the previous industrial revolutions, humans have been able to evolve and adapt in the workplace to maintain jobs and move from the fields to working in factories. But how is modern society going to evolve and adapt to this new industrial revolution to see if they can move from manual labour and working on production lines to now working as part of software programming and a generation that actually works alongside computers, or in some cases is totally removed from the workplace? How is that going to affect society in the modern world? This change is more substantial than any of the others. It's not a shift in employment as before. It could potentially lead to mass unemployment across developed countries through implementation of intelligent production that's incorporated with the Internet of Things, gathering masses of data that will be analysed by artificial intelligence. If not monitored, the shift from biological intelligence to artificial intelligence, or rather machine intelligence, could be catastrophic to employment as we know it. Intelligent manufacturing removes the choices made by people in Industry 3.0 when working with PLCs, as it's controlled by artificial intelligence, which uses sensors to gather information that is then fed back to the cloud to be shared between other machines to develop further learning preventing similar issues from reoccurring. This means by developing technology in manufacturing, we have essentially made people become bystanders in an automated world. Although theoretically this is possible, the current state of intelligent manufacturing at its peak, shown in this video, still requires initial human programming to allow the machines to function on their own. So, we've seen a state-of-the-art facility by Tesla, but let's see how this Industry 4.0 actually applies to a real-world manufacturer based in the UK. So, you saw how Industry 4.0 applied to Tesla, but here we are at Kaltire, an OTR retreading facility based in Alfreton. During the Industrial Revolution 3.0, many facilities developed to include electronics and machinery. Here it can be observed Kaltire used both manpower and electronics to manufacture OTR retreaded tyres. It is clear some areas could be vastly improved by further automation, but the question must be asked, at this level of manufacturing, can AI really have a large impact? And at what level would the jobs of the current employees be put at risk by implementing more automation within the workplace? Big data has become a key buzzword when talking about Industry 4.0, but looking at Kaltire's current methods of manufacturing and process tracking, collection of big data hasn't begun, nor is it in the pipeline in the near future. This suggests that small-scale UK manufacturing isn't ready for the fourth industrial revolution yet, and could lead to drastic consequences. So, as you can see here at Kaltire, the production plant was developed during Industry 3.0, but haven't quite managed to achieve the standards that Tesla have managed to implement at their factory. So, is it actually a problem that Kaltire aren't up to the same standards as Tesla, or does it not really matter because they're not a giant corporation the same size as Tesla? The question needs to be asked, what else is affecting Kaltire's environment? So, as we've seen, previous industrial revolutions have changed the way people work and the way people live. The difference between the fourth industrial revolution is this one is coming at the same time as globalisation that's never happened before. So, globalisation, and in particular the removal of geographical boundaries, are causing problems for retreaders across the world, as countries such as India and China are producing tyres at a much cheaper cost than is physically possible for UK manufacturers and American manufacturers. Without globalisation, Kaltire wouldn't have a need to reduce the cost of the product they manufacture any further, as it was already competitive until the Chinese and Indian products came into the market. So because of this improved trade links and the world getting smaller and all that sort of stuff, basically that's causing Kaltire to need to reduce their overall costs. So, would the improvements that come with Industry 4.0 actually allow Kaltire to produce a cheaper product to bring to the market to challenge the new Indian and Chinese competitors within their segment? I believe yes it would, and here's how. Currently, when Kaltire have a breakdown, any machine, the supervisor has to then go and report to a manager, who then reports to the machine manufacturers, who then send a technician out from Italy. All this does is create time lapse between the initial breakdown and the machine being repaired. With Industry 4.0 and machine learning, the machine would understand when a breakdown is going to occur because of previous data that's been collected, and this would then be sent direct to the manufacturer, who will be able to teach the machine how to prevent this happening in future. And this is just one example of how Industry 4.0 can help Kaltire become more efficient with their breakdowns. Imagine if we did this for every different section of Kaltire's production process. The downside to this streamlining is it could potentially reduce the headcount and reduce the amount of humans that need to be employed within Kaltire. That being said, if Kaltire do not adapt to meet the current market due to globalisation, they will not survive. So, quick recap. Industry 4.0. Do I see it as having a major effect on businesses within the UK and across the globe? 100%. I think it's going to have a massive impact because it can bring extra things to a business that's never been available before, and the Internet of Things opens so many different doors that it's something that can't be ignored. Paired up with globalisation, I think it's a must, and it's something that even small businesses will not be able to shy away from the developments of technology that are coming to them. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.